Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attention. It's my pleasure today to introduce the CBT band on their 13th year. How about that? They told me to raise the mic. That's the first time that's ever happened. All right. So, the band has been doing this for 13 years, although I just heard today, not necessarily 13 consecutive Hanukkahs, but 13th year. I would dare say that this has become somewhat of a tradition here at CBT. A lot has transpired in those years. I even start with the fact of, for many years, I videotaped this for Brian, and this year I look out and see Steve out here. It looks like he's filming the NFL there. I'm in the control booth or something. So a lot has really changed over the years and grown a lot. I would have to say, who's been here before? A lot of people been here before? All right. I would have to say that for a little synagogue like ours, we put on a pretty big show. Fair to say? And we've seen a lot of talent come through this band. From many of the kids who've grown a lot physically, they've grown a lot musically. Many of the kids have come through here, I know, have gone on and done other things with their musical careers far and beyond what we do here at CBT. We also, I mentioned it, I think it's a tradition, lots of other traditions, because we also have a lot of, I'll call them stalwarts, the folks in the band who've been here a long time, maybe even the whole time. Roseanne and Hal, David, Jen, Scott, people have been around a long time. And it's great because we come back and we have all kinds of traditions and we have a good time every year at Hanukkah. Lots of other traditions. For example, how many of you have heard the band sing I Am a Latka? I counted last night, I think 437 verses over the 13 years, something like that. So we do traditions, and I think here at CBT we do a lot of other types of traditions. For example, this year is the 13th year. We call it the bar mitzvah year if we're talking about child, right? So as we do at bar mitzvahs at CBT, we give speeches, right? So I'm going to call up everybody's parents and siblings. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do a quick introduction. It's a short concert today. But I wanted to make sure that being this is the 13th year, the bar mitzvah year, so to speak, that we not only pay tribute to the fine vocalists and musicians we have here, because we all know what kind of talent they have. I like to say, you know, I was sitting in Athena's chair for a minute. I felt privileged because I can't even carry a tune if I put an iPod in my pocket. So, yeah, that was bad, I know. But I would like to say that behind this great band, we're very lucky to have a very, very talented conductor and leader. He's the guy who's fretting over every single detail. Trust me, I can tell you, last night we were setting up the microphones. I felt like I was at the optometrist. Number one, is 2 better than 1? Is 1 better than 2? For quite a while. So Brian frets over all these details, and I will tell you, between arranging, conducting, I mean, I know that there are parts that are designed specifically for each of the musicians, for each of the vocalists here. And for that, I think we owe Brian a lot of gratitude. So since I said, you know, we have traditions at bar mitzvahs, we give speeches, we also give gifts, right? Always happens. Come on up, Brian. Because in honor of his bar mitzvah year as conductor of the CBT band, we bought him an engraved baton, which reads, Brian Baker, CBT bar mitzvah, 11/24/13. You're welcome. With that, with no further ado, I present you the CBT band.